Ball on his stick right now. Chris Lyons, top goal scorer per game in the country. There's Brad Sharp getting to his right shoulder. He fires and scores, and the Bulldogs only need 32 seconds to strike on their home field.
Brad Sharp.
Over 7 a game, but they do give up a lot of shots, as Patrick told you about. Nearly 30 a game. They also take 30 a game. A lot of scoring when Yale's on the field.
Jake Cohen, really his first year in that starting role.
Lampert finding space, he scores! And we're all tied at 1.
Well, and that's going to be an issue of what we saw against Penn State, where a dodge coming and really no help there. Lampert ran right to the front of the net, put the ball in the net, and didn't end up on the ground, cutting right through that crease. Paquette makes a lot of game. You think about that Princeton defense and how much things influence what we did on the field offensively and defensively.
But Brandow gives it up. Sharp, another chance, and he scores. 2 goals already for Brad Sharp.
Brad Sharp got called out on Twitter by Shane Thornton a couple of weeks ago about he needs to see him step up in this offense, and Brad Sharp is definitely making his name heard today. What a ball quicker.
Bit of an unsettled situation here. A hit from behind, and now the Bulldogs cause a turnover. And here comes Yale on the run with Patrick Hackler. Hackler trying to get it to Lyons. It was deflected. He kicked it towards the sideline, and it's Denver ball.
Yale does want that up and down motion, but they've got to finish. We got 2 plays in a row where losing the ball, very uncharacteristic of Yale lacrosse, where they're usually being able to move that ball and really make that quick pass and get the possession and get the goal quick.
Long pass ahead, and Denver's able to tie it. Richie Connell makes it 2-2. That vaunted Yale ride got beaten over the top.
Well, Coach Tierney, he's been around for a few days. He's seen these things. He knows how to beat this. You hit that long pass to the attackman, and then they're able to attack from the backside with everything unsettled. It's just great ball movement by...
More from Greenwich, Connecticut. Last year, as a first year, a 64-point season. Already has 10 points, 5 goals, 5 assists this year.
And Leo Johnson, we're not hearing a lot because we're hearing so much about Brandow, so much about Lyons with those 18 goals. A little bit overshadowed, but still just what a threat on this offense.
Here is Lyons, who is added to the Tuaraton Award Watch this list this week with well-deserved recognition, I would say. Here's Leo Johnson again. Tough angle, misses wide. 16 to shoot as Yale backs it up. Had 4 quick goals, 2 aside, and now things have calmed down a little bit in the first quarter.
Brandow versus DiBenedetto.
Brandow fires and scores. He beat Kleben 5-hole, and it's 3-2 Yale.
And one of my favorite aspects of the game is that 2-man game. Comes, sets the pick. DiBenedetto, not much he can do. What goes right into that pick, and it just gives Brandow that one step, and he can go hands-free shooting from 5 and 5. I'm sure he's explaining to the official how he got that call wrong.
Cool. For Lyons. And now Krevsky firing, he scores! Max Krevsky gives Yale the first 2-goal lead of the afternoon.
Krevsky with just a great little hesitation. Looked like he was going to roll back, and the defenseman took just one step back, and he felt that pressure go and was able to turn and finish.
Krevsky
takes a shot. He is huge, 6'5", 220.
Lampert, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Denver's got to go here. Avery with 4 to shoot. Avery finds space and scores with 1 second on the timer.
Wow, and we were just talking about how Yale was doing a great job of helping, sliding on those dodges, and we see there Brett Malley gets beat up top, and gets it.
Year class that was great last year, and the expectations on the team were sort of because of recruiting rankings and the name Yale, which is well earned. This year, the expectations come off of how good all these guys were last year, and then you pair in, seniors like Brandow, who's a Tuaraton Award candidate, and once again, expectations sky high here in New Haven. 18 to shoot here. Comes to the top. Lot of room and a goal. Max Krevsky's second.
Max Krevsky with a great step-down shot. Not much Cleveland's going to do there. Having to turn around, find that ball, and then change it, watch the trajectory of it. Just a great, out of his stick, super quick shot.
So but against a very good opponent. Denver started the year 1-2, but really could have won the 2 games it lost. Brandow on the one-time in front. What a save. Best of the day for Malcolm Kleben.
That was beautiful. That was just great, jamming that hand out, being able to stop that ball high.
Good ride. Turnover. Another chance for Yale. Johnny Kibe fires and scores. The ride causes the TO, and Yale leads 6-3.
Well, you said just a minute ago that Denver had been doing a great job with the clear, and there we see that ride, and you see why it becomes so dangerous is Yale's able to come, cause that quick turnover, and in transition, they're going to look to push the ball.
Since 2010, third stop, 42nd season as a head coach, 7-time national champion, and as you said before, Patrick, just a guy who's changed the game in so many ways and done so much for it.
Yeah, I don't think people realized how his going to Denver just changed what was happening in lacrosse.
Silstrop scores. Denver converts out of the timeout, and it's back to 6-4.
Great ball movement from Denver. Got the Yale defense rotating and gets it free to Silstrop, who's able to bury that past Paquette.
Silstrop, the All-American, gets his 11th of the season. They can make something out of nothing very quickly. Team that scores more than 16 goals a game. Today up 6-4 against Denver. Brandow scores. Bar down, just beats Kleben, and Yale's lead is back to 3.
Well, and from our vantage point in the booth here, I mean, I was directly behind where Brandow was, and just I don't know how that went in. It looked like it looked like it went through his stick.
Brandow with a
stop the ball.
McKelly. Michael Lampert with it. Didn't like what he had. Now Lampert again, finding Noah Manning. Held off the board so far today. Avery with about a half minute to shoot. Silstrop bounces it home.
And a flag.
Second of the quarter for Silstrop. And we'll see what the call is. Yale's got 40 seconds to work with here. That felt a little passive. Didn't seem like there was enough time between shot and game clock to do that, or there was too much time to do that.
Well, and that's a team that believes in their defense and doesn't have as much faith in their offense.
Sharp gets knocked down. Flag comes out. With 22.2 to go, Yale's going to go a man up.
Yeah, and that's going to go. A.J. Mercurio's got to, as he's coming across, gets a nice, he gets a cross check, but as it's going down, it just goes right up to the head. And so I would assume that might be a lot. It definitely is. But the thing we talked about before is it being like 36, but wet, because then you get wet and then you're freezing.
Sharp, a hat trick.
A head full of steam for Brad Sharp. Just steps in and just gets those hands free. What a dangerous Dodger.
Last year is a first year. Here is Cool. In front, easy for Matt Brandow.
And this is what Yale wants, that early offense, move before the Denver defense can really settle in and get into their system. Carson Cool
Gets knocked down by Sparrow. Flag is out, and Yale's going to go up a man.
That's a lot of frustration on Malik Sparrow there. Just came out and cross-check. That's probably the most aggressive cross-check I've seen in quite some time.
Since the break, it was 7-5.
And this much maligned Yale defense has done a great job so far.
Zawadzki makes it a 5-goal Bulldogs lead. First of the season for Kyle Zawadzki. Three minutes and 56 seconds.
Short time. This is where Denver really kind of needs to put one in to get a little momentum.
A chance for Manning, takes a huge wallop from the backside by Jake Cohen. And this will be a whistle and a foul against Cohen. But in all likelihood, that saved a goal.
If you're gonna take a penalty to save a goal, sometimes that's really where you need to do it.
Illegal body.
10-9 game more than the 15-14 games.
Well, you look at it, they average 11 goals per game on the season. They would just have to get to that at the moment, and they do get one back here. Stephen Avery, second of the game, and it's 10-6. And that's the first goal in more than 21 minutes of game time for Denver.
Well, and Avery's going to take the ball, dodge. I think easy call for the official to make there. Yale missing it. They got Montfort right open in the middle.
Clear for the Bulldogs. Hands free. It's Patrick Hackler. So that means the other three quarters, they had been really good this year. And as you said a few moments ago, a big reason why is Paquette seems to get better as the afternoons progress.
He just gets into his zone, and he's just amazing with just his ability to see that ball and react on those shots that are in close.
Good skip pass, diving in front and scoring for Denver is Josh Carlson, and it's 11-7 with 7:34 to go. We'll go to our final media timeout of the afternoon. Can the Pioneers
stand for Yale? And at this point, you just want to slow them down. Even if you give up a goal, but it takes longer into the possession, you just really want to the time on the clock is now Denver's biggest opponent.
10 seconds to shoot here for Denver. Lampert diving. Is he in the crease? They're going to decide. It's a goal. A superhero effort from Lampert, and it's 11-8.
That was just beautiful. Lampert getting down under the dodge and then able to dive.
For Brandow. 3 to go in the game. Lyon shoots, and a save by Kleben. It's loose in front. Kleben's got it. That was a little early in the shot clock, I thought. But Denver gets the stop. They have the ball. Long stick in front. Mercurio finally gives it up for Sparrow.
Mercurio wanted to go. He wanted to go there.
You bet he did. Lampert can go. 2 goals in the game for Lampert. He scored the last one. 2:20 to go in the game. Kelly spinning, switching hands. Avery, he scores! It's a 2-goal game.
We've said it. A lot of time left. 2 minutes left. You've got Stathakis, who's one of the best face-off midfielders. This face-off, now if Yale can...
2 with 48.6 seconds to go. Noah Manning had 10 goals this year coming in, tied for the team lead. He does not have any today. This might be a time for Denver to ask him to step up. This is Avery, who's got a hat trick going. Lampert spinning. Lampert shooting well wide of Paquette. Closest to it is a Yale player. It was Montfort, and that might be what decides it. Yale might be a clear away from a home victory. Jake Cohen in the long stick. Fires it across. It's taken away. Under 20 seconds to go. Denver's got to go. Paquette makes the save. He'll throw it down the field. Under 10 seconds left. This will go over the sideline. Denver ball with 8.1 seconds to go. And we're going to have a timeout taken by Andy Shea for Yale. But this is Lampert, 3-2. Lampert loses it, and that'll do it. The Bulldogs hold serve at home and beat Denver 11-9.
A big win for the Bulldogs, a statement win, coming up strong with their defense, being able to hold another opponent under 10 goals. Huge for them. To us, I think one of the things we got to say, what a pleasure to see Coach Tierney out there, and I don't think we can really do justice to say what a contribution he's made to our sport and how appreciative we are for everything that he's done. Definitely going to miss him on the sidelines. I know a lot of people say, I wonder if he's really done. I hope not. I hope we get to see a lot of Bill Tierney next year.
Well, if not, this will be, unless they meet in the NCAA tournament, the last